Hi guys, welcome to Absolute Wireless. My name is Robert Hartline. I'm the CEO, and I wanted to say thank you for taking your time to watch this. This video is going to teach you the communication guidelines behind Absolute Wireless. Now, if you're like most people in most organizations, you've been using phone calls and email since the dawn of time. Now, here at Absolute Wireless, we think and act a whole lot differently, but we do this based on our I care model, which we want to respect others' time. That's including everyone from a district manager to someone helping a customer in the store, or someone fixing a phone. The old way in communication creates an enormous amount of stress and distraction from people from getting their work done. And when you have your phone there waiting to receive a call to distract you every moment of the day, it makes it extremely easy to get anything done. And so when you have phone calls and email beeping in and people stopping by your office and saying, "Can I have some time?" what ends up happening is it's really difficult to get your projects done. Now, core problem with email is it doesn't essentially do a very good job of conveying context. You know, it's one thing to receive an email, and for me, I really have a hard time with long, lengthy emails. I get distracted so very easily. But you don't know what's beyond the email. You know, when you get an email, it's like trying to decipher a message, like a caveman writing on a wall. You don't really understand fully what they mean with just words. Even with people that are very skilled at writing, people misunderstand emails, and sometimes they get their feelings hurt. Sometimes emails take too long to write and you miss the emotion and tone. Also, the people that receive your email, if they have a lot going on in the world, your email is lost in the shuffle. By far, my number one thing is email misses emotion. All right, here's the issue with phone calls. Number one, when your phone rings, you allow someone else's agenda to become yours. And if you are focused on a project and you're focused maybe on a customer, and then you get distracted, it takes the average person 25 minutes to get back on the task they were working on. And if you're working on a complicated task and you're very focused, getting that constant set of distractions makes it extremely difficult to get your work done. Phone calls makes everything urgent, and it doesn't respect others people's time. Also, it really has a difficult time conveying emotion. Now, what I like everyone to do is use Marco Polo for absolute wireless internal communication. If you haven't seen Marco Polo yet, it's a very easy video walkie-talkie app that allows you to create a video quickly, as easy as pressing the start button. And if I wanted to talk to Jim, all I have to do now, if I needed to talk to Jim, all I need to do is press the start button. "Hey Jim, I'm showing someone how to use Marco Polo." And then press the stop button. That's how easy it is to use Marco Polo. Now, why do I want you to use Marco Polo? Marco Polo is the most natural form of communication that there is on the planet. What's more natural than that is me standing right in front of you and having a conversation. The next best thing is Marco Polo. With this new communication model, what I'm covering with you today is in fact the playbook. I'm giving you guys the communication playbook for Absolute Wireless. And so when everyone is under the right understanding on how to use Marco Polo, you've created a bubble and a protective shield for other members of the team so they can focus on their work and communicate when they are ready to communicate. This isn't that we don't communicate. This is when we communicate so everyone's time is respected. Now, there's two kinds of Marco Polos. One is one-to-one speaking, which is obviously one person to one person in groups. So if you're at a store, you may have a Marco Polo group with just your people in the store, and you created that group. Let's say it was Trousdale, our first store for Absolute Wireless that we started in 1999. And you may want to have a Marco Polo group just for that store. So anything that you want to keep your team updated with, you can do a Marco. Hey, I got this customer coming in tomorrow. His name is John. He's looking at buying 3 iPhone 8s. This is what I need help with. I'm not going to be at the store tomorrow. Could someone help me out? Lots of benefits to having those kind of strong teamwork activity Marco Polo groups. If I'm a store manager, I may have a store manager group of other people in my region that can help me with things. Great way to learn in Marco Polo. Why is Marco Polo better for business? It's going to help build better I care relationship. What is an I care relationship? Listen, we care about you, and I want to hear from you. You guys have the ability to reach out to just about any member of the team via Marco Polo. If you ever need any help connecting with someone, you can always email them and they will help you get you connected with them on Marco Polo. It's a great place to find mentorships. Find that killer salesperson that's doing it right and getting it done. You can learn so much from them by having a relationship in Marco Polo. Listen, we are spread over 5 different states. There's hundreds of miles between stores. But within Marco Polo, you were right there in the app. It's natural and it's super fast. Now, I got to talk about something real quick about expectations. I don't have an expectation that you're going to respond to my Marco Polo right away. I don't have the expectation. But I do expect that somewhere during the day that you're going to respond to a Marco Polo from your supervisor or whatnot. Now, if you're off, you're off. I don't have any expectations that you're going to respond when you're not working. In fact, I would recommend you only use Marco Polo when you're clocked in. Your time is your time, and I want to keep that for you. That's why we, as leadership, should never Marco Polo you after hours. Now, it's super important that we keep Marco Polo professional. Now, you may be using it for your friends and family, and that's okay, and I'm not talking about that. But keeping it professional means you be careful with what you are wearing in your Marco Polo. Don't do a Marco Polo in the bathroom with your shirt off in the shower. Those kind of things would not be cool. Don't say things your mama wouldn't be proud of. Listen, you're recording video. So don't say anything. In fact, don't even say anything about someone in Marco Polo. I just don't think that's a good idea. It's just not good vibe. Sunshine and rainbows full effect. Be respectful. Be nice to people. Keep your Marco Polo use with coworkers during business hours only. Think before you speak. That's going to help you stopping from rambling on and on. Maybe you need to write it down. But never, ever be negative in Marco Polo. It's just not good business. When you are talking to someone else, make sure you're listening. Repeat what they said to make sure you understood it, and that's a good way of giving someone feedback that you heard what they said. Less is more when you're doing video, so don't spend too long on video. And good rule of thumb, I'm saying this again, don't record something you would not want the world to see. Now, no one can forward your Marco Polos. Of course, they could do a screen capture thing and do that. Now, you can forward your own Marco. So let's say you did a Marco Polo to someone, you can actually send a Marco Polo to someone else as well. Make your profile photo look professional. You're going to see in the coming weeks, we're going to be starting to do this with our customers. So what we don't want to do is portray an image that's not professional. So I would not be communicating with my boss if I had a profile image that was me wearing something that wasn't professional. When to email, I'll tell you, use email for non-urgent requests. Our store doesn't have XYZ, this is broken, those kind of things. Use it to look at reports and you can see sales data and getting information from us. Often we'll send an email because that's the fastest way to do it. When to phone someone. I'm strongly asking our entire organization to stop with the volume of phone calls. Now, I realize that's going to be a challenge for some situations. And as a default, we do have a no one walks hotline that's great for non-emergency issues. Now, phone calls, definitely warranted if there's a robbery, a fire, those kind of things. That's a 911. Angry customer refuses to leave the store. You've tried different Marco Polos. You can't get anybody. No one's responding to you. That's when you go to the phone call. Now, when to Marco Polo, maybe you have some downtime and you don't know what you should be doing to help increase sales. Maybe you reach out to some key salespeople, build some relationships with them, and find out how are they getting business. Maybe you have a process you don't understand, or something's not working when you're activating something in RMS. Maybe you just want to learn how to improve your sales, so maybe even reach out to your DM for a game plan. Conclusion, guys, knowledge is power. I am super respectful of your time. I want to make sure you guys understand that right now. This is to help you. This is to enhance our relationships and what I care is for Absolute Wireless. So thanks for watching and keep on keeping on.